Hi, everyone. Welcome to Rock Bottom with Rhoda and Dan.
He's Rhoda. No, wait. He's Dan. I'm Rhoda. Okay.
Okay. All right. So we got that.
Yes,
we got this.
We got that right.
We have been doing this. I don't know.
Up here.
This,
Okay.
right. This thing.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we have been doing this thing. I don't even know.
For a lot of months now. And when we first started doing it, we gave a short intro to us and why we're doing this and what our aims were, that type of thing. And we feel like it's time maybe we refresh that.
We had two people, and now that we've got millions of people watching, millions.
Now that we have,
we got
now that
millions.
we have 10.
We got millions and millions of people
Yes.
viewing this on any given day. They tune in and they say, "I wonder what's his name and Rhoda's doing," and sure as hell, here we are.
Why are they?
Here we are.
Yes. So
Anyway, we thought we just give a shorter version of that first one because the first one was rather long
and rambling.
This one will probably be shorter, but we'll still ramble.
Because that's our thing. So yeah.
That's what we do best. Before we even get started, let's start with a ramble, shall we?
Sure.
We'll start with a ramble.
Okay.
We have been pushed around and shoved around and from studio to studio, and when I say studio, I mean closet.
From closet to closet, and you might have noticed we have different backgrounds every once in a while, and
the light sucks.
Sucks. We got it so it was just right in our old studio, but we had to abandon that because we sold the house.
Because she got thrown out of her house.
No, I did not get thrown out. But the new person thought since she paid for it and I wasn't willing to pay rent, that we couldn't use her basement.
Which I thought was highly. You should have had that in the contract.
I should have put down. We'll come in once or twice a week and use the basement. I mean, what's the big thing?
It's not that big of a deal. So we abandoned the old studio.
The old studio.
And then
we set up a temporary studio in Dan's living room. And
it started out of the kitchen, remember?
Oh, that's right. Yes. So you probably remember the kitchen, and then
you don't remember the kitchen
because you haven't been watching. But if you had been watching, you wouldn't have known it was a kitchen because we had like this kind of a background.
Because we had a tacky curtain up.
We had a tacky curtain, but we moved that tacky curtain to the living room, and then the lighting was much better than the kitchen. And then we moved it into our exercise room, which is where we are now.
Because I can't exercise.
Yes, and so we did it here, and the lighting is really bad here. But so that's why we want to get nostalgic and go back to the first show because it's about how bad it was in the first show.
Yeah, but we are possibly, we'll see, possibly 2 weeks away from our new house / new studio, which will be lovely. You guys aren't going to notice the difference because we'll still have a tacky curtain.
Oh yeah, we're bringing the tacky curtain with us because we've gone quite attached to it, really.
And because the new owner doesn't want it.
Yeah, that's a lot of it. And really, of all of our tacky curtains, this one has been the best.
This is like the tackliest.
Oh, yes.
The tacky.
yes.
So,
we do have the other tacky ones, though. So if any of you are fans and want to bring back a tacky one, let us know.
We've got
them. We picked them. Made sure we packed them. Yes.
Yeah.
We might have forgotten essentials, but
wow.
we packed that.
So that's what we've been doing. So hopefully with the new studio, we'll have some new lights, and because sometimes we end up doing this at night, so the light doesn't shine in. And I know what people are thinking at home. Well, just close the curtain. Well, yeah, a person could.
Why don't we just close the curtain?
Well, actually,
well, we
tried.
don't have
We
a
have
curtain,
blinds.
but yeah, we have
blinds,
blinds, and it
still
doesn't
comes
get
in.
it doesn't
It's
get
just,
low enough, and
you know.
and this tacky curtain won't go all the way over to the window.
No.
So,
But
yeah.
as soon as we get our new
We're gonna
studios,
have tacky curtains wall to wall. And,
exactly.
Yeah. Yep. And no.
So we'll
cover
have
up.
plenty of tacky curtains to go around
Yes.
the room.
Yeah.
But so that's in 2 weeks.
Don't get your hopes up too much because it might take us a little bit longer to get it up. But
Yeah,
we're hoping 2 weeks. Yes, and that is probably going to be your number one thing to do is set up the studio.
Who knows?
Actually,
Yeah.
the bad is, but other than that,
Do you have to have a place to sleep? So,
Yeah.
but anyway, so that's where we're at. All right. So our very first show, we sat down and we said, all right, what are we going to discuss? And we said, we need to tell people why we're doing this.
Right.
And so we're going to do a shorter version without all the rant.
Yes. Yes.
Missed out on that.
Well, at the time, at 2016, when Donald Trump was first elected, we worked together. We were both separate and mourning individually.
Oh boy.
Yes,
That's...
and we both live in. We're surrounded by a lot of conservative people.
Uh-huh.
A lot of MAGA.
Well, we both have families.
Yes,
there,
yes. We've known each other forever. It's not like we just, but we were together. So
Right.
we were friends, but
Uh-huh.
but anyway, but not good enough that we could call each other up and said, "Can you believe you got elected?" But so
Yeah.
So when we finally found each other again a few years ago, we thought we had a long discussion about how disappointed we were in our fellow citizens in our county who voted, very, very much of a landslide for Donald Trump, and we didn't really understand it, and we still don't understand it. But anyway, we were both working for a county, not a county, a district in Michigan, and for the elections.
Yeah, township.
Yes, and we both experienced, how bad a night it was when Hillary wasn't elected, because I was one of those people that actually wore white. I never wear white because I'm kind of too much white on me. You might as well lose me in a snowbank. But
there was a day though when we both had darker hair. Not so much you, but I had much darker hair.
Yeah. Anyway, I wear white. I was like, so excited to have the first female, and I knew there was a chance that he was going to win, but I was pretty devastated. And then I'd already taken the next day off because I was planning on celebrating, and so I spent the whole day pretty much in bed, trying to
figure out
my life.
Figure out what the hell happened.
Yeah. So, and I didn't have. I eventually found out there were other people that was as devastated as I was. But at that time, most of my relatives, most of the people I knew, were very much, hey, yay. Maybe not necessarily happy because Trump was elected, but happy that Hillary wasn't. So it was very hard for me to come to grips with that.
Yes.
So, and I explained that to Dan when the 2024 election came up, and he said, "Well, what are you going to do if he wins again?" And I said, "I just don't know." So we talked about it for a while, and we're both into podcasts. We both. I wouldn't say we watch them every day, but we do watch a lot of podcasts, and where there are a lot of people.
Bulwark.
Yep. Where they're talking about they're anti-Trump and other places where Lincoln Project, that type of thing, and we thought, let's do a podcast. Let's do a podcast, and then even if nobody else listens to us, we'll be able to talk things out and say things that we can't say to our relatives or to our friends who are MAGA. And at the time when we first started this, we even said this in our first episode, we were going to stay away from talking about people that voted for Trump.
We weren't going to
because we
bash
were going
his
to-
supporters because
Right.
we felt, and we still, sure, we still feel that everyone has a right to their own opinion as
Right.
far as, and that part we do get, okay?
Yeah, we do.
That
We do get that we- yeah.
Everybody's got a right to their own opinion. I wouldn't
Yeah.
want somebody going crazy on my opinion, and
Yeah.
so I'm not going to go crazy on theirs.
Yeah.
And we said, look, we're not going to bash. We're not going to bash his supporters.
No.
We will bash him. We will bash his
Cabinet will bash
right.
his family, will bash his companies, will, but
We didn't always. No, she always stuck with it. All right, she always stuck with that. I have a hard time sometimes when he does absolutely stupid things that we all knew that he was going to do. All right. I just have a really hard time saying, "You guys didn't know that? You didn't see it coming.
Yeah.
You didn't
Yeah.
see it coming."
Yeah.
And yet it was okay.
and now it's starting to hurt everybody, not just it's not just our feelings that are hurt. It's not just our sensibilities that are hurt. It's not just that we feel like, I personally feel like he hates women, and being a woman, I don't like being hated for no reason except that I'm a woman.
That you're a woman, right?
Coming down that escalator and talking about people from Mexico like they're all rapists and murderers. I didn't like that.
Nope. I got a problem with it.
I didn't like it.
Stereotype.
Yeah.
That would be like me saying
Yeah.
every single one of the Trump family members are stupid just because he is.
Yeah.
And just because his hair is horrible, and
Yeah.
just because he's got an IQ of a rock, doesn't necessarily mean that his kid.
Well,
Wait, hang on just a second.
of course, their actions kind
Yeah,
of make it,
yeah,
and their
yeah.
appearances, and their kind of.
I will never say anything bad about Barron. Okay?
No.
Barron's out,
no.
you know, and
First-
I won't necessarily bash the daughters because they've been kind of.
They've been low key. Yep.
Um,
Yeah.
But Don Jr., by gosh, he gets whatever's coming to him. So does Eric.
Yeah. Yeah.
So does Kirsch, his son-in-law.
Oh, Jared.
Jared.
Yeah.
He also does.
Yeah.
Barron, hands off to Barron because.
Well, he is well on his way to being a billionaire.
Right.
Because
But you know
of
what?
the
He doesn't
things
go on
that-
TV.
Yeah, he does.
He doesn't go on TV
he
and
doesn't.
bash.
No.
You know, I have a really hard time with Don Jr., who constantly bashes Biden
Oh, yes.
and Hunter.
Yeah, I know.
You know what? I don't believe I ever heard one time that Hunter Biden said anything about Trump's kids,
No.
or probably Trump.
Or Biden himself, Joe Biden.
Joe
He didn't-
Biden
he
has
didn't
never
say
said anything about his
bad
kids.
About his kids, nope.
You know what? Hands off, boys.
Yeah.
Hands off.
Yep.
You know,
And even though everybody talks about how Biden weaponized he didn't weaponize it. Most of the investigations were started before he even came into office. It's kind of like January 6th is before he came into office. There were like a few weeks where they were actually investigating all these people from January 6th. That's when
Absolutely.
it got started. It wasn't something that Biden did. And they didn't, you see the pictures, they did not make it up. They did not frame them. It's not.
and this is a true statement because God only knows Stupid Boy has posted it on Truth Social many times, where Biden's FBI agents, he planted FBI agents or DOJ.
To start to just.
In the January 6th, he planted all those people.
The only thing is, Trump was in charge on January 6th.
He was still president on
He was still
January
president.
6th.
Joe Biden had no control over the FBI.
Yeah. You know, it's stupid stuff like that. It's stupid stuff like that that I go batshit crazy.
When people say this stuff, and some of one of our listeners, probably more than that, have accused me of having Trump derangement syndrome. I don't know if they have you or not, but
oh yeah, somebody wasn't real.
I do. I find it very hard, and I find it very infuriating that people still believe him and still think that he tells the truth when they have and
absolutely.
can offer absolutely no proof that there was a fraud in the election. That just say, well, yeah, that's just because Trump says it. Well, it's not just because Trump says it. It's because Trump lies about it.
Yeah, constantly.
Like, yes, and yes, that just it does send me up there.
It's just,
so,
don't get us wrong. All right, we are both Democrats. All right.
Oh yeah,
we're absolutely both Democrats.
Yep.
Now, with that being said, did I ever vote for George W? No. All right. Did I vote for his dad? No. Did I vote for any Republican? No. Do I have a problem with George W? I don't have a problem with George W. I had problems with his policies,
yes.
Okay?
Yeah.
But I don't despise him. I like him as a person.
George W., George H.W., even maybe in some ways Reagan, thought they were doing the right thing. I don't know if Reagan really knew that much, but...
Well, Nancy thought he was doing the right thing.
Yes, he was doing what Nancy told him to do. So, and she probably thought she was doing the right thing. I think I've always, I guess, had respect for Republicans.
Yeah.
Because I thought, well, they had a different opinion than I do. That's fine. And for the most part, no matter who is president, they worked things out. They got things done. They compromised, and maybe that's what people don't like. They think it's being wishy-washy and not standing up for your principles. But you weren't saying it wasn't winners and losers. That's what it's like. Yeah. Okay, for order from me, I have to win. Trump has to win.
Right.
And he wants everybody else to lose and lose bad and ruin your life because. He's the only president for Republicans, and I've never felt that with any other president, that they're only president for their party.
And he's thinking of one person and one person only, himself.
And any states that's not for him will get punished, and they will get their aid withheld. Do you really think that's fair? Do you really think that they deserve that?
We are right smack dab in the middle of an election year.
Right.
States are having their primaries. He is going on and making sure that any Republican that's holding an office right now, if they had ever said anything against him, he was going to make sure that they get primaried. And so he would always have somebody, and he has done that time and time and time and time again. And tonight, as we record this, in Texas, there's two gentlemen, an incumbent, what's his name?
John Cornyn.
Cornyn? Yes. Going up against a guy by the last name of Paxton. All right. George W. went on a couple of weeks ago and gave his approval to Cornyn. And because Cornyn didn't back Trump 100% of the time, 99% of the time he backed him, but that.
And in the places where he didn't back him, like the wall, he's changed his mind on. He's trying to get back into Trump's good graces, but it didn't work.
Don't bother.
Yeah, Ken Paxton's going to be.
Have some guts.
Yeah, and the polls are showing that Ken Paxton. Now, I know people say, okay, well, if he's going to win, if it's like 90%, whatever, he's going to win, it may just be because a lot of people don't go to the primaries.
Right. Maybe.
And it may just be that if they both have R after their name, that any Republican is going to be happy with either one of them. But the other polls are showing that maybe if Paxton wins, the Democrat might actually beat him and become senator. So they kind of, and they're spending millions and millions of dollars to back Donald's choices and all these things. And primaries, which you want to spend all your money in primaries.
Right. Waste your
However,
money now.
Yeah,
waste your money now.
Which is fine for us. I mean, maybe it won't work out that way, but maybe it will, and you might regret that. But just because he's very childish.
He's very thin-skinned.
Yes.
He'll never, ever, ever get over the fact that if you went against him, you're a Trump hater.
Yeah.
I, by the way, am a Trump hater. You
I
know,
am too. Yeah.
I can
Yeah.
say that truthfully.
So he can primary against me,
but it's okay because he hates people too. You know what?
Yeah,
he hates people.
He said that he hates people. Anybody that goes against him, he hates. So
so I don't have any use for him. I have zero use for him. I think he's a horrible, horrible human being. And I think he's even a worse president. Yeah. And so when we a couple of weeks after the election, we said, what are we going to do?
Yeah.
You know what? This is what we're going to do. We're going to voice our opinion.
Right.
And it doesn't. You don't have to agree with us. It's like a friend, and I said this on one of the previous shows. A friend of mine who's on Facebook. She posts stuff, anti-Trump stuff too, and she said, "Hey, you don't have to agree with me. That's fine, but don't say anything on my site.
Right.
Do you want to defend him?
Right.
Put it on yours.
Yeah.
And so that's what we said with ours.
Yeah.
We'll absolutely, we will have, if you got something to say, be kind.
But one of the reasons we wanted to do this too is to hear from the other sides. But don't just say it's Trump deranged spirits, or you don't know what you're talking about. Well, tell us what we're getting wrong. Tell us what we're getting wrong. Don't just say, oh, you're just full of it. It's just TDS. That doesn't do anything.
That's a cop out.
Yeah, that's a cop out. That's do you really think we're going to take you seriously if you say something like that? Because we're not. We're just going to ignore you.
We had a couple this past week. It's like I said something about, prove me wrong on something.
Right. Yeah.
I forget what the whole thing was. Yeah. You're wrong. Well, prove it.
Yes.
Prove it. Yeah. If you think that I'm wrong, I'm not always right.
No.
Hell, no. I'm rarely right.
Oh, yeah, I think it was about the elections. If you can show where somebody
about
if you're wrong about the elections not being rigged.
Oh yeah, exactly. Yes. And trust me. Mm-hmm. The elections was not rigged.
No.
None of them.
Trust me. If I was hoping to God that it was and I don't really believe, but when Hillary lost, that was a mistake. I thought, oh, it's got to be a mistake. Keep counting.
Right.
But it's not. It wasn't. And I know it wasn't.
It's not rigged. It's not rigged.
So just because your man loses or your woman loses does not mean that things are rigged.
Yeah.
Especially if you've gone over and over and over it. There were 60 court cases. Jesus. I mean, come on.
It's like, my God.
Do you really think that could have happened?
If that's what I don't get. And you know what? We're going to redo that show too because we're coming up on election. Mm-hmm. All right? So we're going to redo that show. We did a show and it was very long. All right? Mm-hmm. And so but we're going to talk about this again because of the election coming up. Yeah. You cannot rig an election. I don't care what anybody says. You cannot rig this system. You can get maybe a few.
Yeah, you can get maybe somebody votes twice, or somebody votes for somebody else to use somebody else's ballot. That does not make a difference. You have to do it by thousands, if not millions, of dollars of votes in order to make a difference, and that just cannot happen.
No. But so, anyways, our whole goal was when we did this, we said, you know what? We can piss and moan to ourselves, or we can start a show and piss and moan to the people that maybe believe the same thing we do. Right. Maybe they don't believe the same thing that we do. Although we're going to spend all of our quality time on this show pissing and moaning about Donald Trump.
Yeah.
So we're just going to give that to you right up front.
Right. We're
so
never going to get off that.
If you're a Trump lover, I don't know why you're watching.
And the only reason we're doing this is so we get to complete a sentence, complete a thought, without having somebody say, "Oh, TDS, I'm not going to listen to you."
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you can do that. You can go, "Oh, not going to listen to you." You can turn us off, but you can't stop us from saying it. So
Absolutely, start your own.
Yeah.
Start your own.
Yeah.
Now, God only knows there's all kinds of right-wing things out there.
Yeah.
Radio, I mean, the entire AM band on radio is 90% of it is right-wing.
Crap. Okay.
Okay, I was going to say stuff, but crap. That's,
Okay. All right. Shit. Would that
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, if you want to start your own, go for it.
Yeah.
If we can do
Nobody's
it, you can do it.
Yeah.
But this is our way of venting.
Right.
This is our way of venting. Yes. And so that's why we started it, and we'll just keep on doing it until hopefully he's got 2.5 more years, and hopefully he leaves at the end of that 2.5 years.
Yeah.
We'll see. He keeps toying with the idea. Oh, maybe I'll just run again. Yeah, well, we'll see.
And we'll have a lot to say about that.
Oh, absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely.
So stay tuned.
So that's our whole thing. But I do think we need to down the road, maybe soon. Who knows? We'll do another election thing,
Right.
and talk about how it's just you cannot ever convince me that these trucks backed into. Think about this, people, without going. Think clearly. All right, think clearly. These big U-Haul trucks backed up into the polls and started unloading ballots. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my entire life. If somebody has a problem and doesn't understand how this whole system works, all right? Some people don't understand how it works. Until I started working the polls, I didn't know how it worked. I went in every 2 years and I voted and left. You cannot ever convince me that you can rig this.
These ballots have to match the paperwork. There's paperwork. It's not like you can just go and make up a bunch of ballots, but their numbers have to match. Everything's got to match. Everything's got to be. Trust me.
Yeah.
Trust me.
If you've ever worked at a bank, you did.
Yeah, I did.
Everything, checks and balances.
Yeah.
And so we'll get into that, okay? Yeah. We don't have time right now, but we'll get into it. But anyways, that's how we started it. That's why we started it. Like us, don't like us, love us, hate us, whatever. It does. You know what? It doesn't matter. It's just our opinion.
Yeah, it is.
And so, if you want an opinion show,
this is our opinion. Yeah.
Go to YouTube and start your own.
And it's probably worth what we charge you to watch it.
Absolutely.
So, so just keep that in mind. It's free, and you can make fun of us and
it's worth
use
every
this as a
cent that we
dartboard
make.
if you want. It's fine.
Doesn't even matter.
Yes.
So that's how it is. For another 2.5 years, we'll be doing it. After Trump leaves office, I don't know what we'll do. Yeah. We could be psychologists.
After the party, but no.
Yeah, we could be. We could. Yeah. So we could be marriage counselors. So who knows? Who knows?
One of us has been married before. Yeah.
That's why we did this.
Yes, it is.
That's why.
It's our form of therapy.
So, we're not professionals by any stretch of the imagination.
And you probably guessed that. Yeah.
Exactly. So, all right. Okay. What do we got coming up?
Well, we were going to look at the primaries in Texas.
Yep.
Paxton versus Cornyn. And
Yep.
let's see, what else is out there? We're going to do that.
And the election.
You know what? The Iran war, it's
Still raging.
there's like maybe a deal out there, maybe not.
There's no deal.
What the rumors are out there doesn't sound like anybody likes, but we'll see. Maybe it will come true, maybe nothing will come true.
There's no deal. There's
Okay.
no deal.
All right.
I'm just going to tell you, there's no deal. They can say what they want, but I'm telling you, I don't think there's a deal. I think that Trump is saying that there's a deal, only to get people's hopes up. Oh, he knows what he's doing. He doesn't know what he's doing, people. He doesn't know what he's doing.
Yeah.
So
So either the stocks will go up and the gas will go up, or the gas will go down and the stocks will go down. So so there's no really win-win situation that way. So, but yeah, we'll get to that.
yeah. All right,
Okay.
that's all coming up.
Like us and send us comments. Like I said, you can send us ones like TDS syndrome and all that stuff, but we know that. That's fine. You're not telling us anything we don't know.
What I would really like to do when we start getting some serious comments, and what I really like to do is actually, if somebody wants to send us in legitimate notes,
Yes. Things that you want to hear about, or things you'd like us to talk
we'll actually read them on the air, and we'll
Yeah.
say, this is from Bill, and this is what Bill has to say, and
Yeah.
Bill might not agree with us, but we'll talk to Bill.
Right.
So that's what
Yeah.
we would like to do. So send
we
us your
also have
comments.
some polls out there in our community.
Oh, yeah.
So if you want to check those out, that'd be great.
How does that work? Tell them how it works.
You go to our community site and just fill out the poll.
Seems easy enough.
Yeah.
Okay.
As far as I know, this is new for me too. So yeah, that's what I'm assuming.
All right. Thanks for watching, everyone. We'll
Okay.
do this again real soon.
Thanks.